Ladies and gentlemen, MVP has just made a huge mistake because this man left the WWE and went to AEW. And I don't know. I don't know if it's a good decision because you look at the Lucha Bros, they're absolutely leaving. They're running away from AEW. Who else? Andrade just left. Sammy Guevara is probably going to leave. And Tony Stark? What's his name?
That's who we don't care about.
Tony Stark,
the Iron Man.
All elite. That's crazy.
Yeah. You just crashed out on us. What are you talking about? MVP just made the best decision of his career, just like Ricochet did.
Tell me about it.
Wrestlers are leaving WWE, going to AEW as well, man. So, it's just going to be this hodgepodge of people switching sides. Lucha Bros have never been to WWE, so of course they're going to want to go take their shots over there, which sounds like that is actually not happening. I don't know if y'all want to talk about that right now, but I think this was a good decision for MVP because, as he said, under Vince McMahon, they were getting what they needed in terms of booking, but under Triple H, he just didn't get it. And you know what? If he doesn't get it and you're not going to be in a position you need to be in at this point in your career, you leave and do it somewhere else. So I think this was a great decision on MVP's end.
I dig it. Look, sometimes it's Cody Rhodes said it when he left AEW. Sometimes it's just time to leave the territory. I think that's what it was for Bobby Lashley and MVP, and that's okay. Doesn't mean they can't go back. Like, who knows? Bobby Lashley, bro, he's 50 years old. He looks better than all of us combined. Like, this man, damn near, he's like 48. Like, it's crazy. It don't crack. But regardless of that, I think this is like the probably the best place to kind of have him come in because you're going to be building up to the Bobby Lashley appearance, which I think MVP's there. They have the Hurt Syndicate card that he gave to Prince Nana on Grand Slam. And look, Swerve versus Bobby Lashley was a match that I didn't even know that I wanted until I heard that it could happen. And I'm like, when you think about the way they could tell the story of MVP making a pretty compelling case, to be honest, right? Making a pretty compelling case that hey, Nana, he lost the world title because of you. Because you weren't there for him. Because you didn't do enough. I've had multiple world champions under me. I've had Bobby Lashley, who's been a world beater in 2022, 2021, whenever he was the champion. I can do that for Swerve. Tell him to give me a call. To me, Swerve having to make that decision, and obviously, I think we all think he's gonna stay with Nana, but what if he doesn't? What if he doesn't? Genuinely, what if Swerve says, "Nah, I'm gonna be the leader of the Hurt Business," and then a few months later, maybe Bobby Lashley turns on him, MVP turns on him, and it was a Swerve the whole time. Pardon the pun. Again, this is where we get into the fun aspect of it. And this is what I enjoy the most about pro wrestling when you have the right characters with potentially the right stories and just some kick-ass matches. This is my favorite part. I think this could be could be cooking.
Well, Big Om, you have a lot of good points. And here's the thing. I love the Hurt Business. Back in WWE, it was great. It was maybe even kind of short-lived. I would have loved to see them do even more, but I guess time and circumstance just didn't allow it to happen. I loved Bobby Lashley's run in the WWE. I think he gets it. He gets exactly who he is and what he needs to do. He's always done something interesting or something that we can talk about. I even loved his run back in TNA when he was wearing the headband and stuff like that. So outside of WWE, he does have a lot of potential, and all the storyline implications and the possibilities that you talked about, if they do a good job of presenting them, right, and we have continuity, I'm kind of along for the ride, but that's why I'm saying they made a huge mistake, because that if is more of a negative, because it's not going to happen. You look at AEW and they fumble every single exciting storyline almost.
Oh boy.
What you mean? Now, give me examples. No, I need examples now. You just gonna say this?
Adam Copeland. Okay, he came in there and did absolutely nothing. And then you know what else?
You mean? He came in there.
You know what else that they fumbled?
Oh.
Hold on, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Hold on.
No, I'll give it to you. They fumbled the Tony Khan storyline when he got
there.
hit.
You go. That's what I was actually gonna say. Thank you. Yeah,
I agree with that.
So I love MVP as well, by the way. He's great on the microphone, and I don't think he's ever going to wrestle. Maybe just one match just for the fun of it. Again, the way they're going to have to handle this is really important, and I just don't have hope looking at their track record. But at the same time, I mean, I think AW does more for black wrestlers than the WWE. Would I be right in saying that? Because we got
I know, yeah.
Swerve as the champion.
Yeah, because it took WWE a long time to have a black champion. Now, The Rock was the first black champion in WWE, and they were saying during that Vince documentary that Vince doesn't see color and things like that. But The Rock was saying the first colored champion. As a black man, when you call yourself colored, you don't consider yourself black. So I don't know if I want to give The Rock that title. It might be Kofi Kingston, because if The Rock was the first black champion, he would have said I was the first black champion. That's how the black community takes that.
Honestly, but can I say something? Like, yeah, the reason why I didn't see The Rock as like the black champion, and when he like later on, years later in 2020 or whatever, when in his interviews about movies saying he was black, I was kind of surprised, because in the WWE he never really stood on that. He never really owned that. So I can see where you're coming from when you say that.
Yeah, it's like sometimes people, like if you're like mixed, some people pick up that black card when it's necessary. Ooh. Otherwise, they put it to the side. I mean, we see that a lot, and we kind of seeing it right now in America, but I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But Big Om, you said something. You said maybe we'll see if Swerve sides with MVP or if he sides with Prince Nana. Yeah. I think Swerve has to stay with Prince Nana for one, because the act, man, it's just like magic together. But I think Swerve turns them down, and like you just stated, MVP is a friend of, Bobby Lashley's a friend of Shane McMahon backstage, right?
It's a good take.
So that could be the perfect way to put them against each other. Like you tear Bobby Lashley and MVP away from Swerve Strickland, and then when Shane comes in, he joins John Moxley. Now he joins that WWE side for the invasion thing. So I think that's the way they can make this thing play out. So they could cook right here.
And let me tell you something. The way that Swerve's been talking about WWE in some of these interviews, he does not consider himself a WWE guy in the slightest. Yeah. This man is AEW till he like dies type stuff. And like it was like I don't want to get too much into it because this could be a whole separate video, but like go watch his Breakfast Club interview. Like he was pretty you could tell like some of the stuff WWE did, it kind of rubbed him the wrong way. So like that's why I think he could fit perfectly into this storyline if that is what they're going for. But either way, man, Bobby Lashley, Swerve, and like there's also an image from Grand Slam that's gone on the internet of Powerhouse Hobbs on the side watching that specific interaction between Nana and MVP go down. Bro, they could be cooking. They could be cooking. Free my man Will Hobbs from this Don Callis family stuff.
You know what? I didn't take that as anything though, just because when we went to All Out, Will Hobbs was standing right in front of me. Like he comes out and watches the match.
He does do that.
That is gimmick. Just randomly watching matches.
Just randomly in the crowd, talking to people, just watching the match live. So I don't know. There could be something to it, but maybe not.
That's what Keep Sabian does. It's just, to me, it seems like a waste of talent. They gotta put the strap on Will Hobbs.
Kip Sabian? Put the strap on Kip Sabian?
Will Hobbs.
Oh, okay. But I think it'll be good for him. Put him in the Hurt Business, build him up, and then once he gets to that point, then you can put the strap on him. I don't know if he's ready yet though.
Put Kip Sabian in the Hurt Business. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, put Kip Sabian in the Hurt Business. Like Owen Hart in the Nation of Domination.
Heard it here first.
Hey man, he is not a Nugget. Shout out to Owen Hart.
Yeah, but Kiddo thought The Rock was white back then, just to say.
Yeah, I mean, like growing up in Turkey as well. For anybody who doesn't know, like I had no idea. I was like, when he said it, I was like, oh yeah, I guess when you think about it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's just us. Subscribe for more wrestling content, and always and forever, kiss the ring.